everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Patron.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog. And today, guys, we're looking at the Blue Jays free agency target that nobody is speaking about right now. Before we get into it, today is the code for Monkey Knife Fight. Hop onto it, make some sweet bets. Okay, dude. Free agent target, no one's talking about. I mean, I feel like we've talked about everyone at this point. Castellanos, Chris Bryant, freaking Freddie Freeman. So many times Freddie Freeman. But we have never once spoke about Michael Pineda.
Never. Because, again, we all forgot about him. We all thought he was a bit older. He's 33 right now, which isn't that old, actually, for a pitcher. You know, this guy's been actually decently solid in the last 3 years.
Surprisingly so.
Absolutely, right? Like, in 2021, he pitched for an ERA of 3.62, a whip of 1.23, and a FIP of 4.21.
Right.
Granted, he did have a lot of injuries sprinkled throughout that.
He did.
But when he's on the mound, the dude can pitch. So, I mean, hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
He might be a good, valuable piece.
And frankly, Pineda, for me anyways, the biggest concern with him is injuries, because in his entire career, and it has been extensive because he is 33, he's only had one season where he's actually started 30 or more games. You know, every single season it feels like he's at least dealing with something. But granted, because of that, you might get him at a bit of a discount, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, dude, you're 33 years old. We don't really want to commit to you like super long term. Take this 1 year deal at however much money because, you know, we're not sure about you. And I think that he might accept something like that.
Yeah, dude, his last contract with the Twins was a 2-year, $20 million deal. So that's $10 million average annual value.
Yeah.
You could offer this dude a couple options on it. So you can give him like, hey, 1 year, here's like $6 to $8 million for a 1 year. Or you could be like, here's a 2 year with a club option at the end, $18 million, or whatever you want it to do. It's going to be super duper cheap. And yeah, I mean, would you be concerned at all, like bringing this guy in? Because he's kind of just, for me, like a free dart throw.
Exactly. That's exactly what he is. Is a free dart. Well, he's not going to be free. He's going to be paid.
He's going to be paid, but it's almost free.
But that's what I mean. It's like we don't need to give anything. We don't need to trade anything away. He does have upside, and something that I thought was very interesting. Now, this is a shortened sample size. Pineda, as we all know, he has had problems with the sticky before.
Oh, yeah.
We have seen it. We have literally seen it. He was like one of the poster child for a little while there, like a few years before it became major.
Yeah.
However, I was like, okay, well, let me take a look at the first half and the second half.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was just pulling up.
Yeah. And in that second half, he was actually way better last year. A 3 ERA right on the dot. And I know it's a shortened sample size and whatever, but that just goes to show you, like, clearly he has moved past that. The sticky is not something to worry about with this guy. And the upside is there to actually be like a very solid rotational dude if he is healthy. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm more than happy to take him on. What sort of contract would you be looking at for him?
Yeah, I'd be looking at for something like that 6 to 8 year, 1 million prove it kind of thing.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. 6 to 8. 6 to 8 million, $400 million. No, so 6 to 8 million, 1 year type of deal.
Yeah,
honestly, that's perfect. Like no more than 10 because look, he might argue it, but I could throw in the argument, dude, your thigh was injured last year, your elbow was injured last year, your oblique was injured last year. That's literally 3 different parts of your body that are all injured. So you could throw that argument in and just make it a 1 year, maybe a 2 year, $18 million deal, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
whatever you want it to be.
I'm fine with that too, guys. And like, I mean, again, like we're at a place right now as a baseball team where it's like, even if this guy does become Tanner Roark, which I do not believe that he's going to do, like that's not going to be a huge detriment to our squad. You know, maybe you throw in there like a 1 or a 2 year deal, but the second year is like a club option or something along those lines, right? It's like, hey, like if you're good enough, we will commit to you further long term. But I think that Pineda is just like an excellent dart throw. In worst case scenario, okay, like you are our long guy now. You make a great long guy. Like, you're only going to pitch 100 innings anyways because you're going to be hurt. Pitch him out of the freaking bullpen for us. You'd be great.
Yeah, so what actually it reminds me of one thing. So we obviously have Nate Pearson.
Yeah.
So does that concern you if we do bring in Pineda that, like, Nate Pearson may be starting out of the pen?
No, I'm not concerned about that because I feel like Nate Pearson might already be starting out of the pen, and it's up to him in training camp, if we ever freaking get there, to win the job or by being in the bullpen, win the job. Michael Pineda, he probably will not be healthy the entire year, dude. So you're going to have your opportunity to step in there for a start or two and show up, you know? Nate Pearson, I think he's going to have every opportunity. I think the management's going to want to give a reason to put him in that starting role. So it's like they're going to be looking for every opportunity to do that. Pineda is just going to be another piece of that competition depth puzzle where it's like, all right, well, if you're bad, Nate Pearson, like, fine, we'll just put this 33-year-old here and, like, at least he can win us a few ball games.
Exactly. So, guys, let us know in the comments down below. What do you think about Michael Pineda? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And as well, $3 a month to become a Patreon. Shout out, thank you to all of our current Patrons. You guys keep the channel going.
Thanks so much for watching.
And go, Jays, go!